Several times a day, rain or shine, in any season, visitors to the Baltic Sea resorts in Bad Doberan will find a narrow gauge railway. The Mecklenburg Baderbahn, known as the Molli, has been operating here for over a century. In addition to great street running, this line has some other unusual features.
Mist hangs heavily in the Gleiswald, or ghost forest. A rainy time in northern Germany at the Baltic Sea doesn't mean that life stops. This is a perfect opportunity to see the action of the Mecklenburg Baderbahn, more commonly known as the Mollibahn. This relatively short rail line runs between the northern German city of Bad Doberan through Heiligendamm to the resort town of Kühlungsborn. The line is now part of the region's public transportation network, but when it was initially built in 1886, it had a much different purpose.
The line was built for the kings and royalty to bring them from the railroad at Bad Doberan to the baths here by the sea, and to use a comfortable way and not the dirty roads.
But the line didn't stay a perk of royalty for long.
Professor Vogel, a noted doctor, said that it was very good for your health when you came to this climate, to the sea and the salt water. When they started in 1886, the train was only a seasonal summer train. Between 1890 and 1910, the line was expanded to Kühlungsborn and initiated daily service, as well as second-class coaches and third-class coaches for the public. Today, the railroad has a daily schedule and works together with the other public transportation in the region and in the country. We have an official schedule, so we're not a museum railroad. We have a fixed daily service planned for the next 20 years. So the line is both public transport and tourist line to visit special places here in the region. In the summer, there are more people on the trains than in winter, but over the whole year, we carry about 500,000 passengers. This is a unique coast railroad with typical seashore scenery. A special point is that you go by train through the town, on the roads, very close to restaurants and shops. And the other thing is that you have the famous area, Heiligendamm, where the G8 conference was held some years previously. And last but not least, you have Kühlungsborn, the largest sea resort in Germany. The other aspect is that you have old original rolling stock. In the coaches, you have wooden seats, and in the summertime, you have a salon coach, like a restaurant or coffee coach, with nice seats. And you have a cup of coffee and cakes there. It is also possible for the public to purchase a cab ride, and you can have a steam weekend.
On this railway, we have only steam locomotives for daily train service. Diesel locomotives are used only for switching in the stations, and we also have no motor cars. For daily service, we only use steam locomotives here. The special thing about this line is that the gauge is 900 millimeters, so we can't take our locomotives to a repair facility. We must do everything here. Every 6 years, the locomotives have to go to the Meinigen works for a major overhaul. Otherwise, we must repair everything at our own shops. We have 33 coaches on this line, 25 sitting coaches, 6 baggage and post coaches, 2 coaches with kitchens and a dining service. On the line, we have 4 big stations: Bad Doberan, with the big service facility. Heiligendamm is the crossing station for the 2 trains on the summer timetable, and Kühlungsborn East and Kühlungsborn West. We also have big buildings and some yards for train switching and special trains. We have a tradition society here. The members collect old items, old photos, and things about the Molli and other old railways. And we put it in the museum and show it to the people who come here to visit and give them some information about our line and the history of old railways.
Being an engineer on the Molli can be an exciting job.
I have been an engineer on the Mollibahn for 4 years. To be an engineer, you must first be a fireman for 9 months. Then you have to attend an education program, and then you can be an engineer. It's like a childhood dream. I am very happy to be living this dream. The special thing with these engines is that it is manual labor. You feel the power of the engine. You feel how you bring the power to the tracks, and you see all the moving elements on the engine.
The Molli boasts a rather unusual track gauge of 900 millimeters. That means that the engines and rolling stock are larger than the traditional narrow gauge lines, but still not as big as the standard gauge railroads. This unusual gauge also makes for some operational challenges in regard to maintenance.
We have very modern shops here. They were built new in 2004, and so we have all the technical facilities to make all the repairs needed. In this shop, we repair and maintain our own rolling stock. We repair the locomotives and also the coaches. We make all repairs to locomotives and coaches. We repair wheels, the brake systems, the boilers. We can repair everything like the air pumps and other parts of the engines.
But just because it's work doesn't mean that it's work.
This is dirty work and heavy work, but I like to work with old engines and the technical part. I'm a rail fan, so for me, it is a very good combination of my hobby and my daily work.
Founded in 1793, Heiligendamm is the oldest seaside spa in Germany. Known as the White Town by the Sea due to the classic white palaces facing the Baltic, the town was once the seaside playground of European aristocracy. Having fallen into disrepair, these pearls of the Baltic are undergoing restoration to a grander time. The area is now best known for the Kempinski Grand Hotel, a 5-star resort which was the site of the 2007 annual G8 summit meeting. Some jobs on the Molli are still performed by hand.
Bahnhof Heiligendamm, Zug 1466.
The train line is unusual in that it goes right through the center of Bad Doberan, and we mean right through the center. The most famous building in Bad Doberan is the cathedral, built in 1368, which was once the church of Doberan Abbey, and is one of the most impressive examples of North German brick architecture. Whether your travels take you to the seaside or to cathedrals, be sure to take the time to ride the route of royalty at the Baderbahn.